Hello and welcome to week 22 of the Country Garden Crochet Along, and this week we're making the camel stitch square. So we're going to start with a circle made with the camel stitch and then square it off to add into the corner of our blanket. So how do we make it? Okay, so we're going to start this square with a magic circle, and I'm going to start with a chain 2. So your chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. And into the circle I'm going to make 8 half double crochet. Okay, I'll just put my stitch marker in the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. I'm going to pull my loop closed. And okay, so I've got all 8 half double crochet, and now we need to join into our first half double crochet. But we're not going to join into the front loops. We're going to join into that third loop. So put your hook into that third loop, but you're not going to use the yarn you've been using. You're going to use your next colour. Okay, which is this other shade of yellow, and then pull through both loops. And I'm just going to straight away chain 2. Just take that stitch marker out, and what that does is we join our round and join our new colour all in one go, and then we're ready to go for the next round. So again, this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. So the downside to this square is that there's an awful lot of ends to weave in, but it is pretty. Right, so from now on we're going to be working into the third loop only. So I'm going to yarn over and go round to the back. Oops. And into the, there it is, third loop of the same stitch that we just joined into, and make a half double crochet. Okay. And then I'm going to make a second half double crochet into the same stitch. So round 2, you're going to make 2 half double crochet into the third loop of every stitch, and do that all the way around. So you should have 16 stitches in total for round 2. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and I shall see you when I get back to the beginning of the round. Okay, so I've got to the end of the round, and we're going to join in the same way as we did the previous round. So we're not going to join into those 2 front loops, we're going to join into the third loop, and I'm going to do that with the next colour. So you can cut off after every round for this square, because we won't be using the colours the same colour again. Okay, and then chain 2 to secure that. Right, I'll just take that stitch marker out. Into the same third loop you just joined into, you're going to make 2 half double crochet. So I'll just pop my stitch marker into the first one. That's our first stitch. In the next third loop you're going to make 1 half double crochet, and that's the pattern for this round. 2 half double crochet in the third loop of the next stitch, and then the stitch after that you make 1 half double crochet, and repeat that all the way around. 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 1 stitch. So this is a really nice easy pattern, but it creates this lovely textured effect of all those lovely raised loops at the front. So for this round you should have 24 half double crochet, all made in that third loop. so I'm going to carry on with that, and I shall see you when I get to the end of the round. Okay, so I've got to the end of that round, and we're now ready to join our next colour. So as before, it's going to be in the third loop. So into there, 1, 2, yeah, into that one, and I'm now moving on to the pink, and just join by pulling through those 2 loops, and chain 2. So I like doing the chain 2 as soon as possible because it just secures everything. So into that same third loop, you'll make 2 half double crochet. Ooh, what have I got hold of there? Let's try that again. There we go. 1, just put my stitch marker in, and 2. Right, so in the next third loop we're going to make 1 half double crochet, and in the next one we'll make 1 as well, and then back to 2. So for this round it's 2 half double crochet in 1 stitch, and then make 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So you'll end up with 32 half double crochet for this round. So it's 2, a 1 and a 1, 2, a 1 and a 1. I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and I shall come back to you at the end of round 4. Okay, so back at the beginning of the round, just cut that one off, and we're ready to join our next colour, which is red. Okay, let's take the stitch marker out so we can get to that third loop, and just join into the back there. And just join that through, and chain 2. So into that third loop we're going to make 2 half double crochet again. So if you're used to making circles, I'm sure you've guessed the pattern by now, how each round is going to work, but here we go. So 2 half double crochet in that same third loop. You're going to make a half double crochet in that third loop in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2 and 3. Then in the next stitch you make 2 half double crochet in that third loop. 1 and 2. Okay, and then make a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And that's our pattern for this round. So it's 2 half double crochet and then a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, all the way around. So what round are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll have 40 half double crochet in this round. Okay, so then back to 2. So I'm going to carry on with this, and I shall see you when we get back to the beginning of the round. Okay, so at the end of that round, and we've got one more circle round before we turn this into a square. Okay, so I'm going to join my last colour, which is this pinky purple one. Exact same way as before, and chain 2. Let me just cut off this red. Move out of the way. Right. So last circle round. In that third loop you just join into, you're going to make 2 half double crochet. Then you're going to make a half double crochet in the next 4 stitches, all in the third loop. Go 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then make 2 half double crochet in the next third loop. Okay, so that's the pattern for the round. 2 half double crochet in one stitch, then make 1 half double crochet in the next 4, and repeat that all the way around. So you should have 48 stitches at the end of this round. 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and I shall come back at the end of this round and then show you how we're going to square it off. Okay, so that's the end of the last of our circle rounds, and now we need to join in our final colour, which is what we're going to use to square off. I'm just going to go get into that third loop so we can join it in. There we go. Oops. I just hate it when you hit a snag. Right, there we go. Okay, and chain 1 this time. Let's take that stitch marker out. So in that same third loop, I'm going to make a single crochet. So a bit of a change for the half double crochet now. Right, so for this entire round you're still working in the third loop. Okay, so you're going to make a single crochet in the next 10 stitches. So including that first double crochet we did, it'll be 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there's more yarn, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so in the next stitch, again in the third loop, we're going to make several stitches. So we start with a single crochet, then a double crochet, and then chain 1. Still working in that same stitch, make a double crochet. And that is your corner. And now we're going to repeat that again. So in the next stitch you're going to make a single crochet, okay, and you're going to make a single crochet in each stitch until you have 11. So in case that didn't make sense, make a single crochet in the next 11 stitches. That's what I should have said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. In the next stitch we're going to make another one of our corners. So we start with a single crochet, working in the same stitch still, make a double crochet, then chain 1, and back into the same stitch, make another double crochet. And there we have our corner. So we're going to do that until we finish all 4 sides. Okay, so there we go. Our half double crochet circle into a square complete. So this one is going between your 2 diamond stitch panels, okay, and we're going to whip stitch together with a stitch into every stitch. Okay, so they should fit together quite nicely there. And then once you've whipped stitched together, that is week 22 complete. So I hope you enjoyed that one, and I shall see you next week for week 23. Bye for now.